Today we're going to be doing a full body stretching routine. So if you're like me, trying to improve your flexibility, I'm trying to build flexibility in my shoulders and my hips especially. So if you want to join me in that journey, if you also want to improve your flexibility, hit that like button for me to let me know you want more content like this. This is going to be a live follow along stretching routine where we can do this together and improve together. So we're going to start out by focusing on the muscles in the hips. For this, I like to start out with the hip flexors, these big muscles in the front here. I find that these can get very tight and they affect everything. For me, they can affect my lower back, they affect my shoulders and everything up from those hips. So to do this, I'm gonna put one knee on the ground. This is the leg I'm stretching. The other leg is gonna be out in front in a kneeling position. I'm gonna bend my front knee, pushing my hips forward till I feel that stretch pulling across the front of my back hip. So this muscle attaches at the thigh and then up into the spine. So it actually affects that lower back. So I'm gonna try and not arch my back. I'm gonna try and just push my hips forward till I feel that stretch and hold it for 30 seconds in this position. You might feel a really intense stretch all the way down into your leg, so it runs on the inner part of your hip right in here. Holding all of these stretches where there's tension but not pain. So some people go to where they actually feel pain in the stretch. We don't want to have that where there's actually tearing, because that can actually reduce flexibility because you build up scar tissue in the joint. So we don't want to go to where it's painful, just to where you feel that stretch across the muscle. So you do want to feel tension, just not pain. So making sure you stretch both sides. You might feel tighter on one side than the other. Just go to where you feel that pull across the joint. I find this is a great first stretch for me because this tends to tighten up, especially as I'm driving or sitting working at the computer. These muscles stay in a short position a lot. And so I find stretching them really helps loosen everything up in my hips. So now we just stretch the front muscle, the front in here. Now we're gonna stretch the muscle in the back of the hip. So this is the hamstring and a little bit of the glute that we stretch. So for this, I like to put one leg out in front and have a slight bend in the knee, not a lot of bend, just a little bit of bend in the knee. So I'm focusing that stretch more at the back of the hip. I found for me, that slight bend really emphasizes how much stretch I get in the hamstring up high in that hamstring. So from here, you're gonna bring your chest forward till you feel that stretch in the back of your hip. You might feel it all the way down to the back of the knee. That's okay if you do. Just till you hold that stretch for 30 seconds, trying to bring your chest forward. So don't think about leaning forward, or leaning down. Think about going straight out forward with your chest. And that's stretching that hamstring. The hamstring is actually what's called a biarticulating joint, or biarticulating muscle. So it goes across two joints. I'm getting ahead of myself. The muscle attaches below the knee and above the hip. So I'm giving it just a slight bend, so I'm not stretching this part down here by the knee as much, but I'm still tensioning through the whole muscle. And same thing on the other side. Putting one foot out in front, slight bend in the knee, and bring your chest forward till you feel that stretch in the back of your thigh. Now, you can straighten the knee a little bit more to increase that stretch. I found, for me, just a slight bend makes a big difference in how much I feel it back here. Sometimes I feel a little bit more at the top of my knee if I don't have a slight bend in it. Now, I like to use stretching when I'm not working out. I'm taking a week off to deload, to let my body recover, my joints, all of my muscles to heal. But while I'm doing that, I'm stretching to maintain the flexibility and to have a little bit of just tension through the muscle, and it helps me feel better just through the week, where I don't feel like I'm stiff, or it helps me keep loose and mobile. So we just stretched the front and back. Now we're gonna stretch the sides of the hip. So we're gonna stretch the inside first. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is a side lunge. So I'm kneeling down, okay? You can put one hand down for support if you need. You're gonna bring your leg out to the side with your toe pointed up towards the ceiling. So I should feel that stretch right in here. Now, if it's too intense in this position to stand on your foot, what you can do is go to a kneeling position. Just make sure that your toe is pointed up at the ceiling. So you're keeping your back straight. You should feel that deep here in the inner part of your thigh going up to your hip. These are the adductor muscles in here that we're stretching. So personally, I like to have it more like this. I feel like I get a little bit more direct pressure in that thigh. I'm holding my leg here so it doesn't bend and take the pressure off. Now, if you can't quite go that low, to get that same stretch, you could do this up here like this and still get that stretch. The lower you go, the more of a stretch it's gonna be. So if you get all the way down to here, you can really get a deep stretch into those adductors. Just make sure that toe is pointed up towards the ceiling. And holding all these stretches for 30 seconds. All right, for this next stretch, what we're gonna do is you're gonna sit with your both knees bent. We're gonna be stretching the outside of the hip now. So with both knees bent, you can sort of lean back. I want you to let both knees fall to the side until you feel that stretch on the outside of your top leg. So if I'm going to the left, I'm stretching my right leg. I should feel that right in here in the side of the hip, and then holding for 30 seconds. A lot of people miss this one. I know for me, this is a bit of a newer stretch. I have been, haven't done this one as much until recently. I've really been enjoying it as a stretch for my hips. I feel like my hips feel so much looser and more able to move around freely. I'm just letting the weight of my leg pull myself into a stretch. And same thing on the other side. And now we're gonna move to the muscles in the shoulder. So we're gonna start by stretching the chest muscles right in here. So this whole front of the shoulder. So what you're gonna do is put your arm right about shoulder level, and then you're going to turn out and away, opening up that chest and that front of that shoulder. So I'm trying to keep my arm stable and then turn away till I feel that tension across my chest, and then hold that stretch. A lot of people I know that after they try this stretch, they really like how it feels. Feel like their shoulders feel better, their posture feels better. A lot of times the chest muscle gets so tight in people that they don't even realize it, but it's making their lungs not able to fully expand. It's making their back round, so they might have neck pain. And so I find stretching this really feels very good to a lot of people. Going, same thing on the other side, turning out and away, opening up that chest. So trying to really twist from the hips to let this muscle fully lengthen. So we don't want a muscle to stay in a shortened position for a long, long period of time, because the muscle will actually get used to that. It will develop that habit, and it will stay at that length. So as we stretch it, we're lengthening it through its full range of motion, where it gets used to being at these longer tensioned positions, which is very good for the muscle to be able to do. So if you're looking to increase your range of motion, this is a great way of doing it. I know for me, I feel so much better after doing a stretch like this. I try and stretch daily to make sure I'm not getting stiffer. So now we're gonna stretch the muscles in the back of the shoulder. So the rhomboids, some of these muscles in the posterior deltoid, and the shoulder itself. So for this, I'm gonna reach across my body, grab onto something, and then turn into my arm till I feel that stretch along the back of my shoulder. Now, if you have tight shoulders back there, then you might not need to turn that far before you feel that stretch. Just go to where you feel tension in your shoulder or in the back of your shoulder blade. So sometimes there's a lot of muscles we're stretching all at once. Sometimes you'll feel it in a different muscle depending on which one's tight or which one's the tightest out of all of them. So if you feel like you feel in the back of your shoulder back here is tight, but you don't feel it at all between your shoulder blades, don't try and force it. Just go to where you feel something under tension, because we're stretching a number of muscles all at once. So you're only going to be able to go as far as your tightest muscle. That's the nice thing about this stretch though, is we're getting a lot of muscles all at once. And same thing on the other side, pulling over and across your body. Now, if you want to, you can take the other hand and hug your elbow into your chest, just to emphasize that stretch a little bit more. And relax. So those are some stretches I'm doing to try and improve flexibility and mobility in my shoulders and hips. So if you like content like this and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I host these live streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time.